Performing for you now live on the alternative station, Fitz and the Tantrums.
Is oh so cold. Late at night when you're alone, you think about me now that I'm gone. When I'm on the road, I often dream, think of you, girl. I hope that you do too. Sweet girl, gotta work it out. There's no one gonna tell you when to find me. Come looking for me, 'cause I'll be walking out the door before you know it, and you better believe. Oh! Baby, I'm gonna even the score, 'cause you've been giving that love all over time. You're gonna need the doctor's care. Oh, now to get you over me, girl. Look what you done. I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. Late at night when you're alone, you think about me now that I'm gone. When I'm on the road, I often dream, think of you, girl. I hope that you do too. Before you know it, and you better believe. Before you know it, and you better believe. Ho, ho, ho.
Fitz and the Tantrums in the Big Room. Sold out tonight at the Newport. Who's going to the show? Who procrastinated and thought they could walk up and buy tickets tonight? Yeah, losers. I told you not to wait. Selling out everywhere. In fact, you guys have, after here, you're going to Chicago. 4 nights, you're playing 3 of them. And it's all the tickets are gone, right?
Yeah, 3 nights at the Metro in Chicago. Amazing. They sold out like faster than any other show. It's kind of crazy.
Chicago has been real good to you guys, as has Columbus. Why do you think that is?
Because I think
Very
people know
smart
good
people.
music.
Yeah, I mean,
And we put in the time, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been all over your guys' state. I mean, this is our third time here. You know, we've been to Cleveland 3 times. I mean, we just keep coming back to the places that show us love, and it keeps growing each time. So it's pretty incredible.
yeah, I mean, then and you get the radio love too. But and what I was getting at is, as soon as people see and hear you guys, they get it. But I'm just curious as to if there's anything about a city like Columbus or Chicago, other than putting in the work, is there that makes people get you more than maybe other places?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think these cities have a long history with music that's based in, you know, blues and soul, and there's a connection there. There's a long history. So I think that people are probably more open and have a broader palette and taste, you know.
Yeah. Well, it kind of speaks to how you guys have approached this, and it's been very organic. I'm curious, I'm sure you heard when you were shopping around looking for a place to put out the record, did you get the, well, you guys are good, but, you know, what you're doing isn't really, you know, what's happening right now?
We didn't even really get that. I think people kind of just looked at us with this sort of curious expression on their face. There wasn't even that conversation, didn't even come around, really. And it was only when we were at our first South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, playing, and the president of Danger Bird Records saw us performing in front of 800 people, and I think he had a whole bunch of other bands there, and all anybody talked to him the whole night was about our performance. And I think he saw the connection that we have with people, and he decided to take a chance on us, and thank God he did, you know.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's the best kind of success to have, is when you take it directly to the people and the people dig it. And it's just that simple, right?
Yeah, you know, and then it requires, you know, some brave souls at radio and stuff that are willing to take a chance on a band that might kind of fit outside of the box of what's normally on the radio. I mean, our music isn't that radical, but it doesn't fit into a nice little category for a lot of people. So, you know, it really has been this thing of like, we've grown this thing organically. We've been on the road nonstop for almost 3 years, and for the last 14 months, I mean, we have been at home, I think, a total of a month. You know, and it's been this thing of just real people spreading the word about this band, and it's gotten to this point where it's gotten big enough where it's kind of undeniable, because people are spreading the word and people are coming and showing up at our shows and going crazy. So
Absolutely. Well, I love it. I'm glad you guys are still standing. I know how hard you work. And we're going to make you work again here. How about another song? Fitz the Tantrums in the Big Room, and sold out at the Newport tonight.
I don't believe in the power of love when the world is crumbling down, and all the fears that you face in the mirror. Ooh, words of love. Hold these words as the sweetest embrace. And try, come on, try.
Fitz and the Tantrums ripping the roof off this joint. Wow. Hey, Fitz,
Yes.
your band is so great. Can you just take us around the bandstand here real quick and introduce everybody?
Absolutely. The one and only Miss Noelle Skaggs to my right. The guy we like to call Ruzzy Bear on keyboards over there, Mr. John Wicks on drums, Mr. Joe Carnes on bass, and my old friend Mr. James King on saxophone.
Is it hard to find, and it's not just a good band or a great band, but the right people to play with? How much of a challenge is that when you're starting off?
I think that's one of the greatest challenges for any band is to find not only the right people talent-wise, but commitment-wise, and then just as people. You know, that's a lot of variables when you have 6 of you to all like click, get along, have the same taste even, or backgrounds or complementary backgrounds. And there was definitely something special about this band from the very first time. I mean, it was literally 5 phone calls. We all walked into a room. We played Breaking the Chains of Love the first time, and it sounded like we could have gone and played a show that night. And that's a credit to really to every single person on this stage. You know, each one of these guys and gal have really put in their time doing their homework, their 10,000 hours of Gladwellian
There you go.
practice to be the best at what they are. So when you put the 6 of us in a room, it was really this magic moment where we all sort of fed off each other, and it just instantly clicked. We were still in that rehearsal. I walked out of the room and called and booked us our first show and came back in the room and said, we have a gig next week. And everyone sort of looked and said, what? And it was just a great way to kind of crystallize and sort of cement the final stage for us to just move forward.
Is LA a tough place to do something like that, where you're just putting together a band and you go and get a show when you've just started out? Are people more cynical there, or surprisingly open, or?
You know, I mean, they're you know, you're living in an industry town, so there's got that kind of thing where everyone just sort of stands there jaded with their arms crossed. But you know, we just right from the outset, we weren't taking that kind of behavior as acceptable, and we just basically like made people dance their butts off and have a good time with us. And I think people sometimes just need to be given permission to just kind of go crazy and have a little fun with us. And when they see us having fun and just leaving it all on stage, I think it only lets them do the same. So,
now you played a lot in the beginning at a place called Hotel Cafe, right? And that seems to be a little bit of an oasis in Los Angeles for musicians to go and try out new things and new combinations, right?
yeah, I mean, it's kind of known to be the singer-songwriter launching pad. And as you can see, our heavily influenced singer-songwriter background here in this band. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, for us, we were literally on a stage that usually holds like a guitar player with an acoustic guitar. You know, we were bursting off the seams. And that first show, I think they weren't even ready for the sort of volume that we were going to do. And we kind of exploded out of the walls. We did 1 or 2 shows there, and then we literally couldn't hold the number of people that were coming to see us and stuff. So.
Well, yeah, they didn't ask you to do any James Taylor songs then, did they?
No, they didn't.
All right, well, that's probably good. Fitz and the Tantrums sold out tonight at the Newport. Picking Up the Pieces is the record. At any point, will there be the recording of a new album? When are you going to find time?
Yeah, I mean, we've already included a couple new songs in our set as we've been
Good.
touring, and then we finally got a whole 10-day stretch at home a couple weeks ago, or like a month and a half ago, and we went in the studio and did our first hardcore writing session for the next record and came out with a ton of new ideas. Super excited. We'll do it again and when we get back from this tour, and then in February and March we'll go and hide ourselves in a cave and turn off our cell phones and make the next record.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes,
Fitz and
sir.
the Tantrums. So we'll get it sometime next year, okay?
Yeah, hopefully single will drop probably in the summer, and then the record will be out in late summer.
Right on. Summertime music coming from Fitz and the Tantrums next year. How about one more, guys, and we'll turn you loose? Fitz and the Tantrums in the Big Room. Give it up.
This is your payback.